Good early morning, everyone. I'm on my lunch break. Cats are munching. We do have heat from that propane tank, so I guess I feel like it's getting low, so it's, cutting out. Because what I did was I shook the tank a little bit and turned the valve back on. Because I tend to turn it off now when I get to the front or go to work. So it's working right now, so we'll keep an eye on it today. I don't know who did what, but the employees came and got me and told me that we have a hot dog rolling machine in the back, that they made some hot dogs for us. And you gotta keep in mind that, these are lower income folks and everything else. So I don't know who financed it or if the boss gave it or whatever, but we had some hot dogs on some regular loaf bread. And then one of the other employees, my coworker on my maintenance team, he bought a can of chili and some cheese to make them chili cheese dogs. So show you what we got. And one of the vendors always leaves us with a couple boxes of assorted snacks. So these are Doritos, paper towels, and they traveled pretty well. I threw mine in the microwave. They were already kind of warm, but I wanted to make sure since I was going to be still working when I fixed my plate. So chili cheese dogs. This is kind of how I had them back in the old days when I was only allowed to use the microwave, living in Kentucky while my dad was working on Fort Knox and my mother was working in a factory. So free food is free food. I don't know what brand hot dogs they are. I don't know if they're beef hot dogs or whatever, but I'm trying to save as much money as I can. I don't have a way to refrigerate. I've been kind of wanting to make some hot dogs in here again, but they don't sell hot dogs in a 2-pack or something. So until I get another cooler, sponsors. This is how it's going to be. Now I will say the bread is really soft because we get the fresh deliveries. So everyone knows the rules. These are your standard hot dogs, not the all beef or whatever. The way I used to get them growing up, and then I started getting kind of spoiled with getting beef hot dogs. Again, I'm happy to have it and grateful that they made it for us. All right, I'm going to eat this, edit a little video before it's time to go back into work. Ciao for now. All right, everyone, I am off from work. Pushing the cart. Finally remembered to get my umbrella from a few days ago. Apparently, there's a meeting of the white Chevy vans in the Walmart parking lot, because on the other side, you've got 2 other white Chevy vans hanging out. We're just blending today. All right, I don't have a lot planned today. I am happy that, I guess my cooler must have been using a little more power than I thought. Nothing crazy, but since I'm not really using the AC, we didn't get a lot of sun, but I'm still at 100% on the van. I ran the AC in fan mode, and I'm still at 100% on the batteries, and everything's going good. My little 12-volt sockets that I put in are charging up phones and keeping my little ring light that I'm using as kind of my lamp in the van. Like when I'm in there with the cats, it's dark in there if I black out everything, but they're still up. And if I'm not going to sleep, I'll turn that ring light on and just keep it on so they have a lighted area to run around. Oh, I didn't notice this. Okay, you see these 2 spots here? That's where that cup holder, magnetic cup holder is. So it's kind of interesting. All right, as usual, we gotta wait for the van to unfog. I really should do something about that. Those 2 vans over there are actually Walmart vans. They're nice. I think they're newer model Chevy Expresses, but yeah, they're nice. Can you imagine if I had a new model Chevy Express, I can just park here and people just assume it was a Walmart van? That would definitely be the strat. All right, let's pull the sunshade down. I am going to cook in the van today. I don't want those noodles to go bad, so I'm going to do something with those noodles. whip something up. So I got an onion and I got some meat. Spent a little more than I probably should, but there's only so much fast food a man should eat, let alone could eat, you know what I mean? I'm waiting to defrost. Once we defrost, I'm going to post up somewhere. I want to take the shop vac and clean up the loose litter in the back of the van where the litter box is. I've been cleaning up everything and sweeping out, but now it's time to do a good, I want to shop vac, and then I want to spray down my multi-purpose 409 and scrub the floor out, just to have it cleaned up again. Catch up with you in a little bit. Breaking one of my own rules right now, but I don't know if I'm going to stay here to sleep today, but I'm back over here at that spot across from the Amazon distribution center, just because I want to cook, and this is kind of far away from people. I won't have prying eyes, and I think if I start cooking, the cats might run up to the front of the van, and you know, this will be better. So I know it's early for you guys, but by the time I get this stuff done and ready, I'll be hungry anyway, and I want to be able to digest early enough to be able to sleep. So I'm going to the back to cook. Well, this may not go exactly how I want. I think both of my leftover bottles of propane or butane are pretty light, and this meat won't keep. So I'm going to take this and slice it up in strips, just like that. And now they'll be in little strip pieces like this. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch. All right, it's all lightly coated in cornstarch. Going to slice up this onion. Onion is sliced. I also sliced up some garlic. The last of my soy sauce. Rip. Sauce. My oyster sauce. A little bit of chili powder, black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, sugar, a little bit of salt, not a lot. Stir it together. All right, now this is the part where we hope we have enough heat and long enough heat to cook the meat and soften the noodles. All right, let's see if we can do this. Let me get my oil ready. All right, we are fired up. All right. It's almost hot enough. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil now. Put a good healthy coating of oil, so maybe the hot oil will help keep it warm. I don't know science, but here we go. Now, ordinarily, I would just do the aromatics and stuff first and then not do anything else, but we're gonna have to do this all in one batch, kind of. So here we go. Onions. Turn those around. Push as much of it to the side as I can. We've got a whole heaping help of meat that's got to go in now. Yeah, that's a really crowded pan, I know. The only thing I have to cover it is this plastic plate, so I'm doing that to try to increase the heat. Because I just need the stuff to get up to temperature, cook it down, and then I can just stir fry everything. That's the best I can do today. I shook up the butane a little bit, and it made the flames come up higher, so hopefully get a little bit more out of it. Just did a little. And that seems to stoke the butane up to get me a little bit more heat out of it. Starting to get that silky consistency. We are getting a little sizzle sound, so that's nice. I did add some more salt. We add a little bit of pepper to it. I just like seeing pepper on the meat. It'll go good with the onions and everything. Everything's getting silky. That's nice. I just think it looks better with the black pepper on there, to be honest. I did add a little bit of the sauce. It's not a lot because we don't have a lot to work with. Alright, going to take a little taste here. See, it's real thin. It's cooked all the way through now. Oh yeah, that's good flavor. think we'll add just a little bit more salt though. Last time I put too much salt in, so I'm a little hesitant, but since I don't have as much soy sauce as I usually have, we need a little bit more sodium. There we go, just a little bit. There we go. I would do some more camera angles for you, but I want to make sure this cooks. All right, I'm going to set this to the side. It's the last of my noodles. Had them soaking in some water. So hopefully, yeah, they're softened now, so. Add a little bit of sauce we have. That's all we have though. Alright, trying to get these eggs going before I run out of heat too. That's not too bad. We can make that work. Got a little oyster sauce on my shirt, so I had to take it off. But that butane lasted long enough. It was still going. I just turned it off, but it lasted long enough to get what I needed done. And it warmed up, took the chill out of the air back here as well. Here is the finished product. As you can see, the noodles are nice and soft. Meat's cooked. There's no vegetables in this. Just rice noodles, eggs, and meat. All right, let's take a taste. Mmm. Mmm. That meat is cooked all the way. It's soft. It's got that nice silkiness to it. See? I'm trying to get it to the light so you can see. Maybe this way. There we go. In the light, it kind of looks reddish, but it's not reddish at all. There's no pink in it or anything. Mm. I love rice noodles. I am so happy this actually came out. I wasn't sure we were going to have enough heat. And did it take twice as long? Probably took 5 times as long to cook. But we do have a nice meal that I made in my van. And I'm going to chill, eat it, watch an episode of Supernatural. Cats want to go to the front. That's why they're so pouty looking over there. Now, Grable went to the front. But I wouldn't let the rest of them go because I was cooking. I didn't want them to pass by, so. Mom and son right there, pouting. Now, Happy doesn't worry about it right now, but she'd love to get in the sun because she's curled up in a ball. It's actually not cold back here now, but it was when I came back before I cooked. So she's just curled up in her little ball. I also got a Coke before I left work, too. So, Coke, Noodles, Supernatural. That's how I'm going to spend at least a couple hours today.
Ripped apart on a subatomic level by an archangel. But then how are you? And a few months after you, she took off. Dropped me off at my grandma's.
The place rented from you. If there's anything you need, anything at all.
Good evening, everyone. It's a little after 9 o'clock. I just got done with my gym shower and dumped my trash. I almost didn't come to the gym. You guys saw that I made that noodle bowl and I ate it. And although I didn't fall asleep, I got really, I guess lethargic is the word. So I just kind of laid up, had Supernatural playing on the Blu-ray player. I was just enjoying myself. The cats were having a good time. It's a really bright, sunny day. We got over 60 degrees. I ran the fan in the back of the van and charged my Jackery back to 100% off the solar. It was just a chill day. So when I finally did fall asleep, I slept good. And then when my alarm went off, I didn't want to wake up, so I kind of snoozed it for another hour. But then the cats, because this is what happens when they've had too much fun time and energy, they started chasing each other around until one of them got mad and one of them got bullied, and then you wake up to break it up, and now you're awake. And I was like, well, I got time to make it to the gym if I hustle. And that's what I did. I am going to go ahead and go over to Circle K, get myself a beverage. That's our next stop. And then it'll be time to work again. It's Monday here. I know you guys are watching this delayed, but this is where we're in no man's land territory. I don't have the okay technically to come in. This is not my usual day to work, but my boss is off on Mondays, so unless he changes it up, there's not really anyone to stop me, I guess is the way to put it. Tomorrow will be the test. If he actually comes back to work and not take a full week off, we'll see each other. But I don't think he'll send me home. I think he'll just tell me not to do it anymore. But then Wednesday and Thursdays are my usual days, so I can probably finagle that to be like, okay, but yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, yeah, because he'll have to run the machine if not. And if I can squeeze out Friday, and that's what I'll do too. I was like, can I just do it till Friday, and then I'll go back on my regular schedule, and then I'm going to ask him about that, you know, coming on Mondays thing. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, let's pull out. Trying to get in the light for us. Got my beverage. Today's beverage is a Fanta. They either changed straws or they are using some other straw that shouldn't be used for this. But this is a long, skinny straw. Like, it is kind of way too small for these giant. It's long. Let's see. You're definitely not getting as much beverage to mouth ratio, but it's okay. It'll make it last longer. All right, to work we go. Well, it's that time again. I've been working every day. Ideally, this week will be the last week I'll be working every day. I hope it did what I needed. And everyone, this seems like these videos are repetitive. It's kind of because they are right now. I thank you for sticking with me. Maybe just checking in to make sure I'm showing up to work. Making sure everything went okay. I don't have my 12-volt cooler. But you guys saw I whipped up a nice gigantic bowl of noodles. And I ate the whole thing because I don't have a way to refrigerate. It was delicious. Food coma definitely eventually hit in. I guess what I'm saying is, I've had a good day. I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanable, signing off.